We started building homes for our warriors, mostly wounded warriors, many years ago. I was inspired to do so by my dad. And over my left shoulder, you can see my dad's hat from his days in the Korean War. He was a sergeant tank commander. My dad inspired me every day, and his connection to the military and his belief in our wonderful country and our need to fight for freedom has always been at the forefront of my thinking. And consistent with Lennar's approach of giving back, we started talking about this, how could we give more to the military? And it became obvious as a home builder, given Lennar's desire to always do good and give back to the communities, to be able to build a home for somebody who sacrificed so much was the highest honor we could think of. And it began in a community in Raleigh, and it has spread to virtually every division in the Rothman region, and now across the country.
Operation Finally Home is an organization that we partnered up with about 3, maybe 4 years ago, and they, in essence, end up finding candidates who are wounded veterans that need a new home. So we're able to partner alongside with them. They work with the veteran, they work with the veteran's family. They help us understand what size home they need, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, location in the market that we're serving. And then we're obviously able to do what we do best.
It's amazing the response we get from everybody associated with Lennar. Our trade partners can't do enough. Our land developers and sellers often contribute land. And then our associates, what an experience for our associates. The wounded warriors and their family become part of the Lennar family. And from the moment we identify them to breaking ground, to the notes of love, where we go into the home during construction and our associates in the division write little notes on the 2x4s and the plywood throughout the home, thanking the wounded warrior and letting his family know we're there for him and love him. When the wounded warrior and their family come and visit, they are blown away by what they were given, never thinking anybody would ever come forth and do for them what we do for them. And at Lennar, as always, we do it for the right reasons. It's part of the fabric and the culture of our company. And building a home for a wounded warrior, probably the highest honor and certainly the most rewarding thing I've ever been involved with.
We get this incredible opportunity just in home building in general with Lennar, with what we do, where we're constantly helping people in some form of a transition. Well, when you take that and you can do that for someone who was willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice, that is the easiest thing in the world for our team to rally behind. No matter what else we have going on, these people are the true heroes of our society. I mean, it's just critical that we're continuing to instill in our team and in our community this sense that this veteran deserves so much more, but we're going to come alongside and do our small part of helping them.
We want our associates to do and give as we do because it's the right thing, because you want to do it. And when Boise saw the opportunity to build a home, it's a brand new division, for them to want to embrace this and bring it to another market. We have wounded warriors all over the country, so we could do this in every market and more. And to see other markets on their own stepping up and say, we too want to give, it brings tears to my eyes to see that we want to do something like that. And I could not be more proud of Greg McGuff and his team for bringing it home, John Jaffe, who was at the key ceremony, and all of our associates who participated.
For years, we've been hearing about the great things the Rothman region is doing and the inspiration they have found by giving back to our veterans. And so when we looked into Boise, we took note and we went into our memory bank and remembered what the Rothman region had accomplished. And it just seemed like the right answer for us.
In summer of 2021, when we were first starting our first production homes in the Boise market, John Jaffe and Greg McGuff were here, and we were talking about which way we wanted to go and have a focused act of caring as we started the community. We thought, what better way than to provide one of our first homes to come off in the area to a wounded warrior.
This was the first time I had experienced the gifting of a home to a veteran. And what I found amazing is the veterans brought the entire community together. They brought the city officials. They brought our workers standing there with hammer in hand. They brought the police department, the fire department, their friends, their family, the Lennar family, and just taking in everybody who was there and just seeing the sentiment and the emotion and just the pure joy that people had from the experience of giving back.
We need to let people know when we go to somewhere new who we are, what kind of corporate culture you have. And you do that not just, like I said, through words, but through actions. And by the actions that you have, you really do show core values we as a company have.
My dad was my warrior, and he never talked about his service in the military, but he was very proud. And then one time for a home we were dedicating to a very severe wounded warrior, I said, Dad, you're going to come to this key ceremony with me. I want you to see what we're doing and what I'm doing in your honor. And I mentioned that day during the ceremony that my dad was in the audience. And universally, one of the leaders did the call, and they all stood up and saluted my dad. That was a great day.
I think inherently in all of us, we want to do good. We want to go and provide back to our community. Through Lennar and through our divisions and our focus as to caring, we provide those avenues what each of us want to go do and give back. And when that opportunity presents itself, there's nothing more rewarding than grasping it and moving forward with that opportunity and giving back to your community.
It just brings such warmth, joy, excitement, sense of accomplishment. There are just not enough smiles in this world these days. So when we do something like that, it just overwhelms us. And every time it's just better than the last time. And there's never a bad day when we have a key ceremony for a wounded warrior home.